I'm Choon, board chairman of 5 commercial companies, also chairman of the board of Singapore Children's Society.
Hi, I'm Doris. I work as an education programs manager.
Hi, I'm Leonard. Very nice to meet everyone. I fundraise for Children's Society.
It's wonderful. Thank you. I first started in 1975, so I'm now with Children's Society for 46 years. However, when I became quite a committed volunteer way back in 1963, because I am passionate about helping others and I find purpose and meaning in voluntary work. So in my case, I was actually approached by the then chairman, Dr. Koh King, and said that the organization had difficulty raising enough money to meet monthly expenses. Children, they are our future. It was not difficult for me then to say yes to Dr. Koh.
I started volunteering around 2 years ago. It all started before Lunar New Year. I felt I wanted to give more to society. I wanted to look into a children-related organization. The first one that comes into my mind is Singapore Children's Society.
I started in 2011, I think. So back then, in my 20s, I was also looking for something to volunteer my time on a regular basis, like once a week thereabouts. So I think I want to volunteer with girls, with children. Then I found that Sunbeam place is quite near my place.
Actually, most Singaporeans have the good intent in mind. I think what's important is to put the belief into action. Take the first step forward. Volunteering at the start, it looks like a huge waterfall. You don't know which organization to approach. But every long journey starts with one step.
I think you need to be mentally prepared because it's a commitment. So I actually thought through, okay, do I have time to commit once a week? And then it's 1 year term. So, and then 1 year after 1 year, it's just 10 years.
Consider volunteerism as a privilege. It is always a privilege to be able to serve others and always give more than you receive, rather than treating it as a sacrifice, right? Leonard will still be around, so
I haven't really thought of my own family planning for 5 years, let alone 70, right? Past 10 years, we see a huge increase in digitization. COVID even displaces all the plans on the ground. What I hope in the future to come is that the Children's Society can continue to reach youth through every means and channel possible, not just on the ground in schools, but also virtually as what we are doing now and growing now.
I think currently the Singapore Children's Society is doing a very good job so far, and I think they reach out to the children who really need help. So I hope that they continue to do this, and then we continue to bring more hope, and hopefully for the future children who need help will get the help that they need.
So, we're living in the age of these disruptions. So the important thing really is for this organization to be well prepared, and more importantly, I think the organization must be prepared to disrupt itself and stay very nimble and flexible.
People do approach me, people from all walks of life. They'll come up to me and say hey Leonard, I'm having a virtual class here. All the registration fees, we'll put it into the project, the campaign that you have. And it really makes me more driven and motivated when everyone here wants to do good and wants to contribute to the society.
What I really enjoy is I enjoy interacting with the children, so I volunteer with the girls, most of them in primary school. So, they make my day, I make their day hopefully, and I also hope that I have a positive impact because for the child that I actually volunteer the longest is actually 6 years. So it's more on one-to-one session with them where I actually learn from them and hopefully they learn something from me as well. And we both enjoy each other's company as friends. That's what we do.
One of the things that I make it a point to do is to visit our centers. That was pre-COVID, where the children are around. I will sit down and ask them about their dreams and their aspirations. It is amazing to see how resilient these kids are, coming from dysfunctional families at such a young age where they suffer so many hard knocks in life. You tell them, no, you're as good as any other child. And there's a great future, everyone is looking after you. And the joy that they show on their face, I think is something that gives me a lot of satisfaction.
What I learned and agree with from Mr. Koh, right, is I feel that volunteering is never enough. There's always so much out there, and that's what I love about volunteering as well. From what I learned from Doris also is commitment to be able to plan, develop a routine, and be passionate about this routine as well.
Of course, from Leonard, what I think is I never knew that there was a fundraising part of the volunteering. So today I'm like hearing it from the other perspective for the first time.
It's very important for
Yeah,
children's
I'm
society.
sure it's really like the critical part. But yeah, so that's interesting. So maybe I can consider joining you all next time. So, but of course, Mr. Koh, wow, you share a lot of things. To be committed to volunteer from the 1960s, that's
Before
like,
I was born.
yeah, that was a
Before my
long
dad
time.
was born.
Yeah, that is such a long time. You are like, wow, inspiration, volunteer for 50 years.
Yeah.
Like,
Maybe you can share what's the secret
What's the
to
secret?
it all.
Leonard used the right word, passion. Right? You must be passionate about what you are doing. In the case of Leonard, I think he represents a new generation of volunteers for Children's Society. I have always been very impressed by the creativity of Leonard in terms of how does fundraising for us. Now, in the case of Doris, I think it is very important that we continue to have volunteers to do direct service, to become a role model for the beneficiaries that we are working with. They are very resilient, they are very smart, and they learn very quickly. And they want to succeed in life. So the key thing is for us to give them that network, the leg up to help them achieve their dreams and their aspirations.